Okay, welcome back. This is going to be the recap for this last week, ending on February 4th, 2022. And before we get started, I want to talk about the live morning show. We are still trying to put everything together, but if you are a core member and or a CB member, the live room, we are now have added stock indices, and we are also looking at future contracts. And we're trading those a little bit differently. They are really designed for very short-term trading. And what we're doing is once we place a trade, we are providing a projected target. And our targets are designed to hit somewhere in the area of 70-some%. And so far, it's been really big. Everybody is really enjoying them and actually doing quite well with them. So I think you would be impressed by what you see. So definitely, if you are a member, please sure that you join us in the morning. If you are not a member, you will be able to watch us on YouTube and Facebook, and we will be trading live for probably a good hour. And we will not only be calling the direction, but we'll also be calling the projected profit targets on these trades and or reversals. All right, so be looking forward to that. That should be coming up here shortly as soon as my programmer finishes everything that needs to be done for us to get that thing running live. And also make sure that you watch this week's student testimonial. It is a video. Make sure you watch that and look at one of my students actually going live and having some incredible results trading these core patterns. So make sure you look at that as well. All right, so let's get into it. Let's look at our stats for this last week. Once again, as I mentioned, I wasn't trading last week. Won't be trading this week because I'm really focused 100% on getting this live room put together. And of course, in the morning, I stay quite busy when we're doing these projections. So I've got to really focus on that until everything gets settled in, and then I can do some trading again. But not going to be doing any trading this coming week as well. But nonetheless, we can take a look at the stats and see how they did. Okay, here's the live stats for this last week in the live chat room. Once again, these are going to be only for the PAP. We teach a total of 5 different patterns when you sign up for the core class. This is the very first one. It is PAP, and it is the one that I've been tracking throughout the last several years. We'll continue to do so. The other thing is our first trades of the day, meaning that we're just taking whichever naked setup comes first and we're making that trade. So if you have seen or been to the webinar, you know that the way that this works is I'm looking at really 4 different levels or dimensions in the market before I make a trade. This is only looking at the very first dimension, which has very high probabilities, okay? And we build on that as we go and start looking through the other dimensions, all right? If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, go to my website, binaryprostrategies.com. Make sure you sign up for that webinar, and I go into more detail. Also, if you are a non-subscriber, I do have a nice little setup that you can use and start using it right away in your own trading, and that is available for free if you do stay to the end of the webinar. All right, so binaryprostrategies.com. You'll see the pop-up. Sign up. I think there's one every hour is the way it's set up. So make sure that you watch that, and this will make a little bit more sense. That being said, the overall stats for the week were lower than I expected. In fact, this is probably one of the lowest weeks I've seen in the last 2 years. What this tells me, all right, is that the market is getting ready to have a major move, all right? We don't really know what direction it's going to happen in, but things are getting ready to really start to take off here, all right? So this is really good. The key that we have to remember is when you are trading in these kind of market conditions, you have to be highly selective in what you're doing. All right. So remember, it's about quality, not quantity. So this week I suggested that everybody trade just the US yen. That was the one that we've been focusing on. And going into this next week, I would continue to do the same thing. Focus only on the US yen. Wait for the conditions to improve, and you'll know it as you start to see the stats coming up in all the different pairs. And that tells you you can start getting a little bit more diversified if that's what you choose to do so. All right, so keep that in mind. Go slow. The market will tell you when it's getting ready to start acting in its normal pattern and start to move again, and that's when we're going to really start pouncing on and hitting it. All right, so as I also mentioned, I wasn't doing any trading this week. I will not be doing any trading for the next week because we've been 100% focused on getting the live morning show together. Now, the live morning show is going to be available to everybody, and we're going to be calling out some setups every morning for at least the first hour, and you're going to be able to watch setups in not only the Forex pairs, but stock indices and commodities or futures. All right, so we'll be looking at a wide range of things, not only the Russell, the US 500. We're going to also be looking at gold and silver and crude oil, natural gas, and even Bitcoin. So you don't want to miss that. If you are already a subscriber and you haven't been in the room in the last few days, I highly suggest you come in and you see what we're doing now with these other indices and futures. All right, because we are basically not only providing you direction, but we're also providing you profit targets. All right, and the profit targets are hitting somewhere in the 70 percentile. So it's really exciting. Everybody is getting really excited about using this more and more, okay, in their trading approach, because you can do extremely well trading the way that we're trading with these profit targets. Okay, it's a special formula that I designed a long time ago. It's called the Einstein Formula, and it looks at price and it looks at volume, and based on that, it projects price levels and it provides me with probabilities. All right, and I am looking at what I will be calling out is the levels that have anything over a 70% probability of hitting. So come watch it live, and you just see how well these things really do work. They work extremely well. I have some people that are actually trading it live right now and doing extremely well. So, but come see for yourself, particularly if you are, once again, already a core member and or a CB member. Come and watch this live every morning starting at 9 a.m. Eastern, and I'll be doing it throughout the day. The morning show will be available to everybody from 8 to 9. I'm sorry, from 9 to 10 a.m. Eastern time. That first hour will be available to everybody, and after that, we shut it down to the public, and then it's only going to be for subscribers. So I'm going to continue to work on that this week. My programmer hopefully will have everything done for us so we can get that live show going in the morning, but still, subscribers can take advantage of it right now. All right, that's it. If anybody has any questions, just go to binaryprostrategies.com. You can always get in contact with me there. Please subscribe and let me know that you do like these videos. Also, click on the little notification bell so you will be updated when I finally do go live. All right, I've got a couple videos coming out. Should have one in a couple days. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about what we're gonna be doing in the morning. All right, and then of course also you want to be notified when that live morning show starts. Okay, that's it. Everybody have a good trading week. Be careful once again. It could be another really crazy week. Focus on one pair if you are trading core. CB traders, it doesn't matter. Across the board, you can trade anything. And besides that, everybody have a good trading week, and we will talk with you next weekend. Take care.